The rain pelted against the windows of the old Hotel Verona, casting a somber shadow over the evening. I stepped into the lobby, my footsteps echoing on the polished marble floors. The hotel had an air of faded grandeur, with chandeliers that once sparkled but now looked dim and worn. As I approached the front desk, a middle-aged woman with tired eyes looked up from her paperwork. She smiled wearily, her voice soft and polite as she asked for my name and reservation. After a few clicks of the keyboard, she handed me a brass key. "Room 319, sir. Enjoy your stay," she said. I thanked her and headed towards the creaking elevator. The corridors were lined with old paintings in ornate frames, their subjects gazing down at me with faded eyes. The carpet squelched beneath my shoes, a testament to the hotel's age. Upon reaching the third floor, I found room 319 at the end of a dimly lit corridor. Inserting the key into the lock, I twisted it and pushed the door open. But as I stepped inside, a chill ran down my spine. There, in the center of the room, stood a large leather suitcase. It looked like it belonged to another era. The leather cracked and faded with time. The initials EW were embroidered in gold on the side. Confused, I turned back and hurried down to the front desk. The receptionist glanced up as I approached, her brow furrowed in confusion. "Is there a problem, sir?" she asked. I explained what I had found in room 319, but the receptionist's confusion only deepened. "That room hasn't been occupied in years, sir. Are you sure you're in the right room?" she said, her tone tinged with concern. I was taken aback. How could the luggage be in a room that had supposedly been vacant for so long? Curiosity mingled with unease as I made my way back to the room, the key clutched tightly in my hand. When I re-entered room 319, the suitcase still stood in the same spot, a silent sentinel of mystery. I approached it tentatively, my heart pounding in my chest. With trembling hands, I reached out and unclasped the brass buckles. Inside, the suitcase held a collection of old clothes, yellowed with age. There were faded photographs, a pocket watch that had long since stopped ticking, and a journal with delicate, faded pages. The journal bore the same initials as the suitcase, EW. I flipped through the pages, the words written in elegant script that danced across the yellowed paper. They were the musings of a traveler, documenting his adventures in distant lands, his loves and losses, his hopes and fears. But there was a haunting quality to the entries, as if the writer had been searching for something elusive and never quite found it. As I delved deeper into the journal, the hours slipped by unnoticed. The rain continued its incessant drumming on the windows, casting a melancholy hue over the room. I felt a strange connection to the elusive EW, as if his words whispered secrets that only I could hear. But as darkness fell and the room grew colder, a sense of foreboding crept over me. I closed the journal with a shiver, the final entry sending a chill down my spine. I have found what I seek, but it comes at a price. Just then, a sound broke the silence, a soft, mournful wail that echoed through the room. I froze, my heart racing in my chest. The wail grew louder, more desperate, filling the room with an otherworldly presence. Panic seized me, and I fled from the room, the journal clutched tightly in my hand. I bolted down the corridor, the sound of my own breath ragged in my ears. Reaching the lobby, I burst through the doors, the rain drenching me to the bone. The receptionist looked up in surprise as I stumbled towards her, my voice trembling as I recounted what had happened in room 319. But her expression remained unchanged, her eyes filled with a knowing brings sadness. EW was a guest here many years ago. He disappeared without a trace, leaving behind only his belongings. Some say he still wanders the halls, searching for something he lost, she said, her voice barely more than a whisper. I stared at her in disbelief, the truth sinking in like a stone in my stomach. The hotel's faded grandeur held more than just memories. It held secrets that defied time. And in room 319, the ghost of EW still lingered, his presence a haunting reminder of a mystery never solved. As I stepped back out into the rain, the echoes of EW's wail still reverberated in my mind. The journal clutched tightly in my hand. I knew that his story would stay with me forever, a mystery that defied explanation, a ghostly presence that lingered in the shadows of the Hotel Verona.